Cảm ơn quý vị đã giữ thời gian để đón xem chương trình Tuổi Trẻ với Tương Lai hôm nay. Và đến bên cạnh Cát Lynh là đạo diễn Tran cho cái phim All About Dad. How are you today?
I'm good.
First question I'd like to ask you is, did you always want to become a filmmaker at a young age, and how and when did this idea come for you?
In high school, I started fiddling around with video cameras and making short films, you know, terrible ones, but I really enjoyed it, you know, like I felt alive doing it, and it was really fun. So eventually I got into filmmaking at college, and here I am today.
How long did it take you to pursue this idea in the film industry, and how long did it take you to actually make the film?
Well, I wrote the script a long time ago. I didn't even want to write the script, to be honest. At the time I was, you know, fooling around with other ideas, and you know, this one, it didn't seem like it'd be interesting enough for people to watch, you know, about my life. I mean, I live a relatively safe and boring life, so, you know, not the most exciting thing, but I started getting into comedies a little bit more, like Wes Anderson and Woody Allen, and I really wanted to, you know, have that effect on the audience, you know, to really laugh and, you know, at the same time, you know, something heartwarming.
Yeah.
So after I started writing it, after I finished the script, I passed it around to my professors at San Jose State, where I went to school, and we went into production about 6 months after we started casting. It took a really long time to cast, mostly because there aren't Vietnamese actors that are readily available, and because the film I wanted it to, you know, have Vietnamese dialogue in it. You know, I also had to find actors that could speak Vietnamese and English, and especially the father, who had to speak a lot of English, because essentially this is an American film.
How many siblings do you have?
I'm the youngest of 9 children.
So, wow.
So I am the bread.
Well, watching the trailer, I think I always laugh at the scene where the two brothers would always fight and argue and pick on each other. And I was wondering if that kind of, in a sense, represents how you were with your brother at home.
Oh, definitely. I mean, we played Street Fighter as kids, and really competitive. Yeah. Getting into fights and wrestling, and during the screening at the premiere, he had to come out to the screening and sat next to me. And as we were watching it, he was seeing, you know, the character that was kind of based on him be a jerk, but I was trying to tell him, you know, like, it's funny. He's comedic relief. He's an amazing character, right?
Yeah.
And he kept punching me, like saying, "That's not me. You better tell everyone that that's not me."
The movie sends a very crucial message that there's a big generational gap. Largely because, you know, the kids want to lead their own life, but the dad wants to lead it for them. Now, do you think that this film has maybe relieved some kids of their parents' demand? Do you think it changed some of the parents?
I hope so. That was a big thing that I was going through as I was writing it, hoping that, you know, it would make somewhat of a difference. But I mean, after one of the screenings, a Vietnamese father had called me and left a message on my phone, and I called him back, and he had talked about how he wished he saw the film 20 years prior, so that he could have been, you know, a more, he's just a better father, you know, like, stuff like that, you know. And I think the film not only reaches an older generation, it also does the young generation, because it's essentially two ideals that clash. That don't really see it the other way, you know, that don't step out of their own shoes to see it in the counter point of view, you know. And I would hope that, you know, it could send a message, and that, especially for Asian Americans who are generally pushed into another field that they don't exactly want to do, to, I guess, express how they feel, because a lot of it is about fear too, fear of rejection, fear of, you know, speaking up to your parents. And I think that is a first step. You know, if you don't ever say that you want to do something else, you know, how will you ever, you know, take that first step in pursuing what you want to do?
Was your dad in the same way? Was he not supportive of you wanting to become a filmmaker?
Contrary to the film, he was very supportive. When I showed him my work, he really believed in me. But of course, I had to change that for dramatic effect.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
So what was your favorite scene in the movie?
I love the dinner scenes. It was the hardest to shoot because there was so much dialogue and so much interaction going on. It also has a lot, plot points that are very crucial with the story, and it happens at each dinner scene. And I think it's really funny. I think that was the one thing that we'd accomplished in the dinner scenes. Although it's dramatic, it's very lighthearted and fun at the same time.
Yeah.
It's just kids goofing off at the table, and Dad wants it a certain way. The whole procedural prayer thing, and how that makes the Buddhists feel uncomfortable. It's just a lot of fun.
Well, based off the life that you led, the push to your parents kind of, in a sense, pushing you to be, a doctor or a lawyer, or, having traditional parents that way, some of our personalities sometimes come from our parents, So I was kind of wondering, parents will be parents regardless, right? But do you think that in a sense you'll kind of be like your parents, or would you not be traditional at all?
It's hard to say. I mean, I think there's a fine line between too strict and too friendly. And I think parenting is very different. I mean, I don't have any children. What do I know about parenting?
Yeah.
But, I mean, I would definitely try to be
cooler.
And not necessarily. I mean, kids need boundaries, And,
yes.
I'm glad that my parents gave me a lot of boundaries, to I guess reevaluate whether or not they worked for me, And I don't know. Who knows if I'll have kids?
Most people usually follow one genre. Some like horror and they keep doing horror. Some like comedy, some like drama. I see kind of like a Vietnamese style in yours, but is there another genre that you're connecting?
I mean, like All About Dad was, it was Vietnamese, but mostly it was a character comedy drama.
Yeah.
I like the genre in itself, but I think genres are essentially just an outfit. I like to write stories about just characters. I like character-driven stories. So whether it's an action-driven character drama or a horror, but I'd like to try it out, all of them really.
Now that you're into filmmaking, I have to ask, what is your favorite movie? I
mean, I like so many different things. I like movies by P.T. Anderson and Wong Kar-wai, and Wes Anderson. It's hard to nail down my favorite movie.
Okay. Well, I'd like to thank you again for you being on the show. Is there anything that you'd like to say to the audience?
I mean, we're at the Dallas Film Festival now, but we will be at Hawaii, the Hawaii International Film Festival in October, and San Diego Asian American Film Festival in October, as well as Pacific Rim in Santa Cruz in October. So if you want more information, check out the website www.allaboutdadmovie.com.
Một lần nữa, cái website là www.allaboutdadmovie.com, hoặc là quý vị có thể lên YouTube để kiếm cái trailer. Và nếu quý vị có thì giờ xin đón xem cái phim này. Rất mong những giây phút vừa qua đã mang đến cho quý vị ít nhiều sự vui tươi và thoải mái. Và nếu quý vị muốn xem chương trình của đài truyền hình SPTN Dallas Fort Worth, xin quý vị vào website www.sptndfw.com. Và xin mời quý vị đón xem chương trình từ thứ Tư đến Chủ nhật, buổi sáng từ 7 giờ 30 đến 8 giờ, buổi chiều từ 6 giờ đến 6 giờ 30 giờ Dallas, Texas. Và xin chân thành cảm ơn sự quan tâm và theo dõi của quý vị, và cũng không quên kính chúc quý vị và gia đình thật bình an và hạnh phúc. Sau đây là phần bảo trợ của các thân chủ quảng cáo. Xin hẹn gặp lại trong chương trình kỳ tới.